My name is Zach from the Adjacent Hex podcast and Another Letdown Media. I'll be your host this evening. Tales from the Archive is the show where we use the medium of Sentinels of the Multiverse, the digital game, to tell a story of some kind. Some will be tales from the actual Sentinel storylines, and others, most of them, will be totally original and or based on previous work. For consistency's sake, I do try to match each story up with an existing Sentinel Comics book title that has been mentioned previously by either Christopher or Adam or both, but by no means does this make that... By no means does that make them real or official canon or anything like that. You can kind of think of this as the Earth 603 Sentinels of the Multiverse. There will often be times where I deliberately make a play that may not make the most sense strategically, but because it contributes in some way to the narrative we've created. I will do my best to win games, but even heroes fall sometimes, and that just makes for wonderful and fun and engaging stories. As with all the shows on the Handelabra Games channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any activity or conversation actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So, without any more delay, let's open ye olde book of the multiverse and get this party started. Today's story, as you will see from the title directly above my head here, that way, right there, is called An Observation of Teamwork. I've been thinking a lot about why I like particular heroes and characters this week. One of my stream trainees asked me what my favorite superhero was, and I'll be honest, besides the obvious answer of Setback, I really couldn't answer him. The best I could do was quote a character from the film Schmalrats and say, wow, that's a good question. Difficult, though. What does one gauge his response on? Physical prowess, keen detective skills, the ability to banter well with supervillains? And I'll be honest, his question bothered me pretty much all week. While listening to the letters page, I was reminded of the ongoing cosmic contest that Sentinel Comics is holding, and I thought that might be a good story to play with this week and sort of suss out who my favorite characters, who my favorite types of superheroes are. But then I realized that, I ended up changing my mind based on the release of a television show depicting one of my all-time favorite characters, the Schmunisher. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm that one stream agent who won't lift a weapon against another human being. I am a pacifist. So why on earth would I support such a violent character? It's a great question, and it's the same reason I like Expatriette so much. The emotional damage inherent in those two characters is astounding. So I assigned my agents to dredge up a good Expatriette story from her ongoing book this week that shows growth. And it's going to act as a foil to the inevitable guy's story that's coming up next week. Yep, he's back in the kitchen, thinking that he's in a Thanksgiving story this time. You'll see. One of my agents brought back a really cool team-up story featuring not only Amanda Cohen, but also a number of other relatively martial heroes that use specific weapons, as opposed to an inherent or genetic power. Where was I? And they do come up against some particularly ugly opponents, and they use a specific technique and mindset to bring down those opponents. So let's take a look. This is from the Expatriette ongoing story, and it opens up on the rooftop of Rook City. It's a rare night of quiet, and we see Expatriette leaning against an exhaust pipe on a building, with her usual arsenal of weapons nearby, but clearly lying idle. Her narration reads, "I hate nights like this. There's no fights, there's no petty crime, there's not even any good contracts out for people." She sighs and puts a PDA back into a pocket on her pant leg. Her trigger finger taps rapidly on her crossed arms, and she paces up and down on the rooftop. Usually, when there's a quiet night in Rook City, it means the organization is up to no good. But I can't storm in there all alone. It's dangerous to get into a fight with that operative chick, let alone with all the backing they've got. Last time I did that, I think there was more blood on me than skin. She ties a rope to the stovepipe and moves to the edge of the building. She begins to rappel down the side to return to her bunker on the street level, when out of nowhere a shuriken lands in the wall next to her hand. She stops and removes a note from it, reading simply, "Pike Plaza, 20 minutes. Signed W." Amanda smiles and finishes descending the building. The next panel shows Amanda waiting in the central downtown area alongside Parse and K.N.Y.F.E. Central downtown Rook City doesn't look much like a downtown anymore. The few decrepit businesses that are there have been ransacked so many times by criminals that people hardly bother to keep them open anymore, with the one exception of a brightly lit purple and yellow sign that, while unreadable in this book, is obviously Guy's next get-rich-quick scheme. A shadowy figure steps out from behind a corner, not far enough so that its face can be seen, and the narration continues. I'm not sure why she does it like this. We all know that it's the Wraith. She must have some weird thing she needs us to handle. Before the Wraith can explain what needs to be done, however, a gunshot ricochets off a fountain in the main square, and the narration concludes. Crap. So, today's first story features our hero team of Expatriette, K.N.Y.F E, Parse, and Wraith squaring off in Rook City against Advanced Ambuscade, because I decided I've beaten up on Ambuscade so many times on this stream, it's time to kick it up a notch. Ambuscade is, I think I've mentioned it before, he's really fun to kick stories off with, just because he's very straightforward and very... I hesitate to use the word beatable, because obviously I've lost to him plenty of times, but you know, he's a good plot driving character. So here we go. So Expatriette is going to start out the game carrying with her shock rounds, a brace of submachine guns, and an unload. K.N.Y.F E is going to start out with Amplified Combatant, For the Greater Good, Primed Punch, and Wrecking Uppercut. Parse, Critical Multiplier, a brace of Recompile. And Reveal the Flaws. And Wraith is starting out with Impromptu Invention, Inventory Barrage, Micro-Targeting Computer, and Stun Bolt. Darren, while I am partially fluent in French, my pronunciation is not the best. And so even if it is Ambuscade, I'm going to keep going with Ambuscade because I just like the way it sounds. So yeah, this is Advanced Ambuscade, so villain targets are going to take one less damage in this case. And the PCD is the first thing out. Of course it is. Custom hand cannon, reactive plating, and a quick stim patch. Alright. Okay. That's rude. In this case, it's going to be Expatriette. The heroes look around and, seeing nothing, assume that the gunshot had to come from somewhere. Squinting into the darkness, Expatriette takes aim at what she presumes might be a reasonable target. However, she's going to miss everything here. So, you know, almost everything. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, because he's flipped over. Okay. Right. The other reason that I'm running this particular hero team tonight is I have comparatively little experience with both K.N.Y.F E and Parse. So I'm kind of treating this as a learning game. So there'll probably be less banter between the heroes this time as I go through decks and try and learn cards and etc. Amplified Combatant seems like a lot of fun. For the greater good, that's not the worst option, I suppose. Actually, Prime Punch is really good. That's a lot of damage right there. And what's her base power do? One target, two. Alright, sure. Go ahead and Amplified. Okay. Oh, because it reduces damage to itself by some amount. Alright, well, Let's get rid of the thing that's doing us damage. That's a pain in the butt. Alright. Whenever you discard a card from hand, select a hero target, increase damage dealt by that target. Okay, that's not bad. Discard up to 3 cards, draw twice as many as you discarded. That's fine. That's pretty nice, but would be better if he was flipped over. And her card is just an attack. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and... Snowflame. Oh, well. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, so we got the micro-targeting computer. Let's go get the Razor Ordnance. Knowing what's coming, Wraith prepares herself for a fight. Noticing a shadow moving against the wall, she takes aim with one of her Razor Shurikens and reveals the Predator Ambuscade. In, you know, a minute. Okay. That's annoying. Would have liked that to go to the reactive plating, but, well, such is life. There's Ambuscade. Okay, Sonic Mine. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah, me too. Let me add him. Love your username, by the way. Very clever. Shock rounds is a thing. Doesn't increase damage, which is not pleasant. None of these really help, so I'm going to go ahead and Flakjack it up. And let's just play a card, so... I guess I could... Yeah, you know what I can do? Snowflame was the bizarre Marvel villain whose powers were literally powered by massive amounts of cocaine. Okay. That explains a little bit more. So, that's... Yikes. This is, this character's kind of heavy. That's fine, but I need to be doing more than 1 damage at any even time here. So I feel like Prime Punch is just not the worst idea here. And then, yeah, that's right, because it reduces it. Wow. Okay. I'll just go ahead and skip that instead, because that's disappointing. That's better. I wish it wasn't destroyed at the end of the turn, but there you are. Getting through the Irreducible's pretty nice. Okay, there's another one. Sweet. We'll take that. I guess getting things ready so that we have it is kind of nice. The utility belt is the most practically useful at this moment. So we'll go ahead and do this, which will actually mitigate, yeah, just mitigate the reactive plating, so we can go right for Ambuscade in this case. Go to 45, sir. Okay, yep, that sure is a thing. And there goes the reactive plating. We like that. It's very nice, very nice. It's exactly what we wanted to have happen. Okay, automated turret. Not the worst. Alright, so, I mean, Assault Rifle is definitely a great thing to have, kicking around. Especially with that irreducible damage stuff. We don't want to hit the Sonic Mine, but we can hit everything else, so... And it's 3 targets, 2 damage. Recognizing the Sonic Mine causing headache vibrations all around the plaza, Expatriette takes careful aim at literally everything else with her assault rifle. Yeah, it's fine. She'll take some damage off that. That's fine. Whatever. Knife lashes out with a wrecking uppercut, catching Ambuscade squarely in the jaw. Some part of her armor clashes with his, and a loud clang echoes around the plaza. Words. Promise I can make them. This is just annoying me, so bye-bye. Or, you know, partially bye-bye. Do we just do that again? Oh, here we go. Yep. Parse powers up Wraith. Parse identifies a weak spot in Ambuscade's attack, allowing Wraith to slide in with Razor Ordnance, catching him in the ear and temporarily distracting him. Oh, right. Of course. Really should have taken out that reactive plating, but there you are. That's alright. Because punching Ambuscade through dilapidated walls so Knife can grab the booze on the countertops. So we'll go ahead and hit him, mitigating the reactive damage, because Expatriette can take it out on her turn, unless it heals, which seems unlikely. Oh, right. It's reduced, so I guess we'll just get rid of it, because it's annoying me. That reactive plating has to go, thinks Wraith to herself. Okay, Scum and Villainy. Yep. Yeah, that sure happens. Oh, good gravy. Okay. Well, I'm not going to unload here. I'm not going to reload here. That's disappointing. Alright, well. Taking things out seems like a decent plan. It's not going to hit it. But it'll hit that for 1. Alright, so now would be a good time to start your turn, maybe play a card. At the end of your turn, Knife may deal herself damage. If she does not take damage, destroy this card. That seems not great here. Increased damage dealt by Knife by 1. That's not bad. I guess we could get rid of charged attacks if I can do cool stuff with it. Okay, there we go. Alright, it's time to, I think it might be time to reveal the flaws again. Just because things is starting to get a mite annoying around here. And recompile. What does recompile do again? Oh yeah, draw, discard and draw. Alright, well, I mean, that's fine. What have I got in the deck to impromptu for? I mean, drawing a card we could draw into a grappling hook, which would be fine. Snap Decision makes a fine combo with critical multiplier. Yes, yes it does, because discarding cards and allowing people to increase damage is pretty fun. Ambuscade. Yeah, he was probably drinking and as a sidebar, the Guys' latest Get Rich Quick scheme, he decided to open a bar, and as you will find out next week, and Ambuscade was clearly drinking at Guys' bar. Alright, well, drawing cards and playing cards is pretty great. Reduce damage by environment cards. That allows me to rig the deck. Villain card to deal damage to the hero. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get the smoke bombs in. We are set up for an inventory barrage at some point, so I'm going to go ahead and play a stun bolt as well. And we will go ahead and reduce damage and start wheeling down that reactive plating. Alright, throat jab's pretty good. Oh yeah, he's absolutely the kind of guy who would just stab a beer bottle and go to town on it. I mean, it's cool, right? It's cool to do that. Wow, that's incredibly irritating. Yep, do that. But I mean, being able to punch the reactive plating is kind of nice too. Alright, okay, great. Yeah, he vanishes again. Some villains begin to pour out of the bar, hearing the commotion in the square. Ambuscade uses the distraction to temporarily vanish once again. Wow. Okay. Alright. This is fine. Whenever a target is destroyed, does everything. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, we're going to get a little goofy here. And this goes off until the start of the next villain turn. Of course it's now. Unless this is... This isn't still... No, this is definitely his turn. K.N.Y.F.E's the alcoholic, Expatriatte's just the chain smoker. Well, I was really hoping to not have to cover that one today, but... Yes, there are definitely some scenes in this where you can imagine Expatriette chain smoking, and I apologize for that. We do not promote smoking here on this stream. It's very bad for you. Don't do that. Good grief. We done yet? No. Oh my goodness. Are we just... What is going on? Oh, things are getting destroyed. Alright. And we're just going to take a bunch more damage. Because, you know, that's what we do here. Can we turn the page yet? No. Say your vitamins and eat your prayers. Oh, hey, we turned the page. Look at that. Well, so this just happened. We are now very dead to his next turn. And he's still flipped over. And we can't do damage because the Sonic Mine went off. So I guess we look for ways to heal up. And okay, there's two RPG launchers that would have been really nice. There's not really a pour les cartes. I mean, for cards it's pour les cartes, but double skip isn't really, like, it's not really an expression. Pass. Maybe pass. But it'd be command form, so yeah. Yep, not helpful. Well, they can't do damage, but she can't do damage that way. That's not helpful. Because again, she can't do damage. Also, she can't afford to take any. So we just pass again. This is a really disappointing way for this to end. That said, I do have a... Anyway. So discard a bunch of cards and draw a bunch of cards? And, I mean... And just start... Who's gonna... Nobody's... Does anybody survive this? Who... Hero with the lowest, so... I guess if we try and beef up Wraith and then go inventory barrage and try and get it that way and just bin everything. It's drop grenade, kill 50 people, then grenade explodes. I know this is not ideal, folks, but we're gonna try something just because Wraith has the most survivability. I'm trying to ramp her a little bit. I imagine K.N.Y.F.E is probably a more perfect target. Which would you say is worse, the scum or the villainy? Yes. In this case, it's the villainy. Or the scum, rather, because the scum caused the villainy. And she can't deal damage, so shooting an arrow doesn't make any sense. Okay. So Suit Yourself is definitely the play here. I wish I could Throat Jab, but because that'd be wonderful. Go to 5. I can't Stun Bolt. I can't Razor Ordnance, so I guess I'll just reduce damage. You know, because that's a thing. And we skip, because that's a problem. Yep, everybody's stun takes 3, which means almost everybody dies except for the Wraith. That'll get redirected to Wraith and reduced by 3, but then... Alright, we're going to try something. Oh, right, because it's irreducible. Of course. So that just 86s the entire team, except for K.N.Y.F.E. Or, no, I guess it doesn't. But the problem is Wraith's now going to take 3 off of the... reduce damage to villain targets by 1. At the end of the villain environment turn, players may play the top card of the villain deck. No, it's fine. We can get around that. Okay, he reveals himself. There's the hand cannon, which is going to shoot Wraith in the face, and she dies. Okay, so that sure was a game. That I did not expect to go that way, but there you are. Ambuscade raises his gun and tilts his head sideways. It is a training exercise, no? So-called heroes. He turns to leave. Oh, that's more Russian. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble with accents today. He turns to leave, and the Wraith looks up from behind 2 overturned trash cans. She presses a button on her utility belt, and an explosion rocks the scene, trapping Ambuscade under the remains of what was the archway to the main street. Wraith slaps a pair of Biolock handcuffs on Ambuscade, and presses a button on a remote before replacing it on her utility belt. She adjusts her cowl and approaches the other heroes. This is why I've called you 3 to help me with this. Your ability to dispatch villains without getting in each other's way... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, I am reading the right one. Wow, what? Okay. Yeah. This is why I've called you 3 to help me with this. Your ability to work on villains without getting in each other's way is what it's going to take to bring down the organization this time. I'm sick of Legacy calling the shots, and never knowing when Tachyon might disappear for a late-night snack in the middle of battle. I need people who can be focused and execute a task with precision and discretion. The only thing is, we need to improve our communication. She hands out communication links to the 3 heroes as assembled. Agent Huntley looks restless, although Maya takes no notice and continues. Lately, and I'm sure you've noticed this, Amanda, the streets of Rook City have been unusually quiet. The organization has been operating somewhere else. My intelligence informs me that it's not Megalopolis. Apparently, Baron Blade wasn't happy with the chairman trying to make a move on Revacorp turf, and it handled it by sending some mail order... Sorry, the point is, it's not Megalopolis. We need to find out where he is, what he's doing, and get him back behind bars as quickly as possible. Agent Huntley shoves a would-be street robber face first into a telephone pole, where he slumps into a heap on the pavement and asks, "Where did you propose we start? It's not like the organization has a head office." The Wraith turns and answers, "No, Paige, they don't. But they do have contacts. I know for a fact that the operative trained under Zhulong. I propose we start there. It's possible that someone has an inkling into where she might have gone." The narration resumes as the Wraith summons a drone to ferry them to their next destination. "I always get uncomfortable when we venture up to the temple. Mr. Fixer once told me that it only partially exists on Earth. I didn't really understand what he meant, but it still gives me an uncomfortable feeling in the pit of my stomach. It's kind of hard to shoot something that's really only halfway there. But it's nice to have something to shoot, even if it is only half a target." The team arrives at the foot of the stairs leading up to the temple quickly, and Amanda moves to ready her handguns. Parse's grip tightens around her bow, and Agent Huntley cracks her neck in anticipation. "Once we get inside, we need to avoid drawing attention to ourselves. Make like you belong, and maybe we'll avoid a conflict for once. We just need to find someone in the know and pump them for information and get out." The team begins to ascend the stairs. As they reach the top of the gates, the temple. As they reach the top, the gates of the temple slowly begin to open. As they enter, the interior is unexpectedly modern, and they're stopped by a receptionist. "May I help you?" So, of course, that brings us to Game 2 for the night. And I guess with receptionists, it's pretty obvious we're facing misinformation. Hero team remains the same. Going to be Wraith. Well, Expatriette if she wants to join us. Here we go. Agent Huntley and Parse. And the environment in this case is, of course, the Temple of Zhulong. Well, come on. Get in there. Alright. This should be an interesting one. Once more, this is me trying to learn a little bit more about the heroes and villains. Because I'm not an expert on all of them. Strategy, right? This time around, Expatriette starting with hollow points, incendiary rounds, submachine gun, and tactical shotgun. K.N.Y.F.E is starting out with focusing conduit blade, incidental contact, primed punch, and wrecking uppercut. Parse, critical multiplier, recompile, and abrasive targeting arrow. Wraith, grappling hook, inventory barrage, micro-targeting computer, and trust fund. Misinformation, of course, we have to do some weird things to get her to flip over before we can smack her, but she is Parse's nemesis, so that's important. We need to have 3 clue cards in play, and the end of the villain turn, a bunch of ongoing or equipments are in based on the number of diversions. So we need to kill, I presume, kill diversions to keep our stuff around. Because stuff is important to all 4 of these heroes. Okay, there's a diversion. It's a cat stuck in a tree. That's going to be irritating. Diversionary tactics. And another diversion. Look at that. Fun. Alright. So I should look at see what these does. Reduce damage to her by 1. Start of the villain turn, move a diversion from the villain trash into play. Well, that's frustrating. This one is a problem because I can't get rid of it. At the end of the villain turn, this player with the most cards in play must destroy one of their non-character cards. At the start of the villain turn, the players may destroy 4 non-character hero cards. If they do, wow, that's a lot. All right, here we go. Let's start blasting things in the face. Kill that kitty. Okay, that's quite nice. One-shots are pretty nice. That deals just a bunch of damage. But the Wrecking Uppercut seems like a really strong play here also. Based on the fact that it just deals a bunch, and we discard a card, which was another diversion. So that's quite excellent. And we'll get one step closer to 86ing this kitty. Critical multiplier. That's a really nice play, especially with the recompile kicking around. targeting arrow is better with things with higher amounts of hit points, especially with all this stuff kicking around. So I'm going to go ahead and critical multiplier and just whack the kitty. See ya, kitty. Okay, reveal the flaws. That's quite nice also. We need clues in play, right? So, yeah. We got one. We'll save that grappling hook to deal with getting rid of the clues once she flips. I just want to take a look at the backside. Whoop, come on. At the start of the villain turn, a clue was destroyed. Does she ever turn back over? I guess is the question. So there's a reaction on the damage, so that's frustrating but not unmanageable. And a little bit of damage at the end of her turn. So really getting her flipped as quickly as possible is probably to our advantage. Best way to do that is to draw a bunch of cards. Okay, well, inventory barrage isn't happening anytime soon. We've got an extra micro-targeting computer, so we're going to do that. And we'll go ahead and mitigate some damage. Okay, that's frustrating at best, but we'll do it. That's going to happen because it's going to reduce a little bit of damage there. Okay, this is... I'd rather have that kitty back than have a 14 hit point thing, because the kitty we can dispatch in one turn with no problem. That's another clue. You know, in this case, I hate to say it, but I think the critical multiplier needs to go because the tactical shotgun is doing a bunch of damage to that cat. But I think it just got both of them anyway, so... oh my goodness. Alright, well... That is an awful lot of damage. Yeah, I did get both of them. Arsenal hair trigger reflexes is really good, especially with targets coming into play and from the environment. SMG is also fun. More fun when misinformation's flipped over, though. We only need one more clue to flip her. So I'm just going to go ahead and hair trigger reflexes. I don't know that that's going to stick around a whole lot, an awful lot of time, but I'm also going to put the submachine gun in, hoping that things will start sticking around. Prime Punch is awesome, but it might get destroyed. I guess we can just do this for the time being. Yeah, we definitely want to do that. Yeah, everything takes one. That's right. No. Right. Oh, shoot. Well, whatever. That's fine. The student might actually end up being useful. What does it do? Lowest HP. So if we can get this down far enough, it'll just kill that, which is going to be great. I really like... actually, targeting arrow is not the worst here, because... now we can hit it for a whole bunch of damage, a whole mess of damage. And guarantee that it drops. Alright, Wraith. So now we got two. This is a bit of an annoyance. Do we have 4 things to destroy? Probably not. We got 2. That's fine, I guess. The poor cat, yeah. Well, it's what it gets. That'll be nice later on, again. But, I mean, the environment right now, we can make it target the kitty. I feel like just getting set up is better here. Okay, there we go. Okay, sweet. Throat jab is awesome. And the assassin's going after the kitty, I think. I hope. Yep, Master of the Temple shows up, and there's the true form. Sure, we'll shoot it. A dragon appears. Okay. Yeah. Shoot things as they come into play. Well, okay. This isn't annoying at all. And the cat's back. Cat doesn't die, let me at him. That said, hair trigger reflexes is a thing. Hey, we got 3 clues. Okay, good. Now, how many diversions are there? 2. So, let's get rid of... It could be the booze, but is that a dragon? Says Knife, her stance wavering slightly. That's annoying. Oh, boy. Alright. Doing less damage. Oh, of course it gets rid of all of them. Alright, here we go. Well, she doesn't have a gun right now, so let's go ahead and arsenal access. Expatriette turns around and finds a surprising cache of guns in one of the cabinets in the temple. She uses it to load one of her prized handguns. Everything's going to take 1 off that. Mr. Whiskers is back. Yeah, not for long, buddy. Mr. Whiskers. She's going to flip over here, so... Sorry, Whiskers. I don't have Wraith set up yet, which is really frustrating. Knife is set up to do some damage, but nothing's reducing it, so it's not... Sky hugs Mr. Whiskers. Sky's not here, Darren. Come on, buddy. Alright, we're going to targeting arrow. Mr. Whiskers. Sorry, let me at him. Mr. Whiskers has a red X on his head. Alright, man. Is this one dealing? Is this the one that's dealing? Yeah, it is. Wraith's gonna throat jab the dragon. Dragon's got a huge throat, so... Well, still not what I'm looking for. Hit that. At the end of the environment turn, one player may draw 3 cards and play 1 card. If no cards are drawn or played. Alright. Or play a card. Well, she's going to draw cards because, yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That sets Wraith right up. Wraith is ready to go ham. And it's... Which one is it? It's being a pain in the butt. Yeah, that's fine. I won't bring the kitty back. Because why not? Turn the dang page. No. 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 Reveal the top card of 1 hero deck. Each card discards... Alright, so we're going to look at what we've got. We got a bunch of equipments and ammos. Really don't want to reveal an equipment. Unfortunately. Alright. It's going to be Parse, and we're going to just pray here. That's really annoying. Well, that's must destroy one. Who's got what here? She's got Prejudice, and Knife has Primed Punch. Alright, sorry, Expatriette. No, it's going to come at Wraith. Oh, it does come at both. Okay. Well, that's unfun. Expatriette's going to have to double draw here. Okay, there's a shotgun. We like that. She'll get that. Oh yeah, Insider Knowledge is reducing damage. Well. Oh, yeah. That's a reaction thing. Yep, we're going to just continue to pound here as best we can. Unfortunately, we are dying rapidly. I cannot find a reasonable way to kick misinformation. Like... Alright. Oh, Wraith isn't set up yet. Knife has 2, so I guess it's not. Alright, run a quick calculation. Targeting arrow is nice. That's the least useful here. At least based on what I'm trying to do. Less things that deal damage is better. Maybe. Although that's frustrating. Okay, so those are ongoings. So maybe I just don't get Wraith set up and just try and get rid of these. Because they're really annoying. This is not fun. Yep. That sure happens. I'm not going to do that right now, but we may do that with Parse, or Knife in a minute, because she's about to die. See? Discard their hand or destroy all their cards. That would not be fun. That would not be fun. Can I... Alright, I may end up rewinding this, but this is me trying to figure out what cards do. Ah! Perfect. Does she have anything? No. Does Wraith? No. Sweet. Okay, that was actually perfect. A whole lot of bupkis. Unfortunately. My sound cut out again? Hashtag blame John. Let's go ahead and blast things in the face. I know she's gonna take damage here, but we'll do our best. Alright, Agent Huntley. It's really gonna hurt. Like, this rebounding damage stuff is incredibly irritating. Puts us to 1. Alright. Gosh, I wish there was a way to heal up a little bit. We are all hurting again. This is going to be a really disappointing stream. And I apologize for that. Alright, well, with Expatriette about to kick the bucket here. Who's going to do this? Put that one into play, I guess. I don't know. I'll play that too. Well. To be honest, let me Adam, I'm kind of disappointed too. And this lack of noise is making me really irritated, so... Wait a minute. Are you guys still hearing game music? Because I'm not. Oh. No, hold on. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me give me just a minute. Well, it says it's broadcasting game music, but it wasn't, and I'm not hearing it, so it's making me irritated. So I just restarted the game. Give me a second. I guess I could do this in the meantime because I am still here. Steam picks these really inopportune times to update, and yeah, so it syncs data like in the middle of my stream. So it's just like, oh yeah, your game's gonna crash for, you know, however long. And then... oh wow, it's still not working. What in the world? That is super weird. Alright, well, I guess I will just try and suffer through not being able to hear things. Yeah, so we're back to the game. And I can't hear a thing, so I'm just going to go with it. She can shoot. Misinformation. She's going to take a bunch of damage back. Because Nemesis. Alright. Alright, well, I mean, if you guys can hear it, that's what matters. It honestly does not matter at all if I can hear it. Unfortunately, Wraith took so long to get things set up that there's just no survivability here. Gosh, this is annoying. Bit of business. I can't grappling hook anything. I guess I will just try and play a bunch of stuff. Just get her set up now because whatever. It's a little better late than never, I guess, Wraith. She's gonna die if she... well, no, she's not. She's gonna go to 1. Which means she dies to the environment, but... okay. There's Soothe Yourself. Would have liked that, you know, earlier. Oh, right, there was a kitty in play. Of course, the kitty's going to kill everything in a minute, but we can bring K.N.Y.F.E back. Alright, let's try it. 1, 2. I'll have everybody discard 2. Yep, I know that's a good card. Don't yell at me. I just don't see myself. I know it's a good card. I just don't see myself using it in the immediate. Wraith has a bunch of stuff though. Maybe I should have discarded more with her. Just more stuff that I don't see myself using. So we'll bring back Knife, a couple of cards, and some hit points. Unfortunately, this happens. And 2 of our wonderful lovelies get crushed by the might of the Temple of Zhulong. I guess it's, this 3. Make that 3. Leaving only Knife of it, and okay. That was a thing. Destroy a target with 1 hit point. Okay. Bye-bye, kitty. Neither one of those is good. Either one. This one's just going to get her killed by that backlash. That built-on backlash field is just a nightmare. Like, holy moly. I have no way to... That's not allowing her to heal up at all. This one is... so maybe we just try and live. I mean, it's only 3 hit points total, but I feel like it's just not helpful. She's not going to live through that. Not going to happen. But, yep, see, there we go. We lose. All it does is prolong the inevitable. So, that was disappointing. A bright light floods the temple and misinformation freezes. A stream of blue energy flows from her eyes, ears, and mouth, and a voice fills the air. Enough of this. These heroes have come in search of knowledge. We shall give that to them. Misinformation screams and falls to the floor, clutching at her face as she writhes in pain. I hate this guy, continues Expatriette's narration. He's always trying to make himself sound important. Fact is, he isn't. Just a weird old dude that can turn into a dragon whenever he wants to. Doesn't do anything but creep me out. I'd like to hit him with a well-timed cryo bullet. That might make him... Wait, what did he say? The team is turning to depart the temple the same way they came in. Expatriette curses under her breath. Damn it. Setback's rubbing off on me. I can't ask Zhulong to repeat himself. That would be embarrassing. Wraith doesn't like to talk in the first place, and I hardly know K.N.Y.F.E or Parse. I really need to start paying better attention when someone tries to give me a mark. It was so much easier to handle when I was working as an assassin. A mark would come over the uplink, I'd gun them down, and move on to the next. Being a hero is exhausting and complicated. The drone grinds to a halt, and the heroes move to disembark. Expatriette sighs and unlocks her holsters. We're here. Better load up. So, our final game tonight actually brings us up against the chairman, which, considering our lack of success against our other 2 targets, I don't have high hopes for this. But my little plot point here was that Expatriette was not paying attention to where Zhulong was sending them. So that actually brings in you guys to decide where we're going. And there it is. Of course, the story so far has us not facing him in Megalopolis, not facing him in Rook City, anywhere, and not facing him at the Temple of Zhulong, because we've already covered those locations, either via plot point or via Okay, so I'm seeing Final Wasteland, Enclave of the Endlings. Oh, thank you, Seamus Butler. I appreciate that. I took my wedding band off to wash my hands, and now I'm realizing I didn't put it back on. I see one for Atlantis. So we'll see whichever one more people want to see. Rook City has already been covered. He is not in Rook City. Wraith's intelligence has confirmed that much. Nowhere in Rook City, Seamus. And actually, guys, I'm just gonna disappear for just a minute. I'll be back in a second. Right, sorry about that. So I've now seen two votes for Atlantis, so Atlantis it is. Chairman is up to no good in Atlantis. Let's see what happens. Man, what a bummer not being able to hear Jean-Marc's wonderful, wonderful music. Alright, so it's been a long time since I've done anything against the chairman and the operative. Whenever a villain card is destroyed, she deals the hero with the highest HP 2 melee damage. At the end of the villain turn, cards from the top of the villain deck are revealed until an underboss is revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are... Okay. And then he deals more damage. He enters the play, and he's basically immune to damage. Start the villain turn if there are at least 3 underbosses in the trash. So we need to kill underbosses to get him to turn over. Flunkies are dealing extra damage. Alright, well, here we go. Oh, shoot. Might have helped if I took a quick look at... Okay, so we got 2 underbosses right off the bat and a crooked cop. Why there's a crooked cop and a thief in Atlantis, who knows? So Wraith is starting with Impromptu Invention, that's better. Inventory Barrage, Trust Fund, and Utility Belt. Knife with Focusing Conduit Blade, Incidental Contact, Kinetic Neutralizer, Wrecking Uppercut. Parse, Critical Multiplier, Quick Calculation, Reveal the Flaws, and Targeting Arrow. And Expatriette with Pride, Quick Draw, Reload, and RPG Launcher. I did shake up the order of the heroes a little bit this time. Hope nobody minds. Let's have an Impromptu Invention. Let's get that. It's always nice, especially with all the targets. I guess we'll use Utility Belt because I can't seem to find a micro-targeting computer. So we'll go ahead and start throwing things. That needs to go. Yep. Let's get rid of the thief. Yeah, I know the operative's going to smack Knife for that. Although it would be nice to... I'd prefer her to smack Wraith. although not the way I ordered that, of course. We can get rid of the Crooked Cop here. We are going to take a bunch of damage from the Operative for killing all these guys, but getting 2 of these in the bin that quickly would be really cool. That said, the thugs all start in the trash? Whatever. Kinetic Neutralizer. That's not helpful at all. Increase energy damage dealt by knife by 1. After this card is destroyed, you may play an equipment. That's kind of nice. Go ahead and Wrecking Uppercut, though. Getting rid of this cop seems like fun. Expatriate's going to get smacked here. Just because it reduces damage to everything. Jerk Cop. Critical Multiplier is good. Quick Calculation is fun. Targeting Arrow is really nice. I guess we'll go after the Deputy first. Okay, so he just puts Crooked Cops into play. And Thieves, and that one puts Thieves into play. I would rather get rid of this guy first. So let's do that. Basically, the Parse turns around and basically makes the Deputy her nemesis. For lack of a better description. That puts Prejudice into play. That's kind of nice. Especially since I already got Pride. Let's go get Prejudice. And this turn, we're just going to get them both ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. Just like I said in the narration, she has her guns at the ready. Oh, okay. That's rude. Each player may discard 1 card to destroy this card. Well, yeah, we'll do that. That we're not going to be using anytime soon. Which one was the one I said doesn't help at all? That one. At the moment. Jerk Cop. Oh, thank you. Let me add him. I don't usually refer to cops as jerks. I have many friends who are cops, and they're wonderful people. But in this case, he's Jerk Cop. That's just too good to get rid of. This one's really good too, but I'm doing it. An Expatriate, reload, fine. Get rid of what? Hey, I thought I was supposed to get rid of that. Wait a minute. Stop doing things. Okay, yep. Gosh, I need to kill people. Oh, that's a terrible thing to say. Why did I say that? Wow, whoa. Alright. Well, this is not shaping up well. She could discard a card. Great. Well, fine. Alrighty. Alright, we need to trust fund, like, now. Yep. Alright, well, that was not helpful. So, I guess... Wow, this is just not... I'm not having a good night here. That's decent to have around. That's less useful. I guess that's less useful too. Man, this is just got out of control. Well, I guess tonight on Tales from the Archive we're showing just how awful I am at this game. I guess we get battlefield experience here. Sorry, my level of discouraged is like off the charts today. Sure, why not? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe the game's punishing me for missing a week. I don't know. I'm just... I'm also extremely tired still. I haven't really had much time to recover from last weekend. And, yeah. It's basically just been go, go, go all week. And that is also true. There's been some tough fights tonight. No, I don't want to deal her extra damage. That seems ridiculous. Especially since I'm already dealing them extra damage. Whee! Although that was quite nice in terms of just cleaning things up. Alright. Well, we'll just start getting things mitigated as best we can. Reveal the flaws is pretty nice, but I really would prefer to wait until we're in a critical multiplier. And what can we get rid of? Also, who's going to take damage? We're still, I mean, we're not at the worst amount of hit points. There's just a lot of stuff kicking around. And the phosphorescent chamber's in place. We're dealing 3 here. Does that make any difference? Not really. What does Expatriette have? She has Pride and Prejudice, right? Yes. Good. And hollow points on one of them. That's pretty nice. So we're going to be mitigating a bunch of this. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I guess it does bring it just back to 2. That's mitigatable. Actually, with Parse in play, that's pretty nice. The deputy not bringing in another crooked cop is kind of nice. So we're just going to get rid of him. Yeah. That'll happen. Sorry, Wraith. Okay. All right. There's another reveal the flaws. That's fine. There is the phosphorescent chamber. Why did that not... Oh, oops. Okay. Oh, all right. That's fine. That's fine. So we're going to hollow points up. Move that next to Pride. And then we will shoot. Fire for effect, sir. Yep. That gets everything. That gets him right out of here. Yeah. That'll happen. Yes, I would like to use Prejudice's power. Thank you. The power of prejudice. Terrible thing to say. Yeah, she'll hit Wraith. Sorry, Wraith. But that did clean up an awful lot. And we got 2 RPG launchers, which is wonderful. I mean, we're going to have to discard one of them, but, you know. That's fine. Not the worst. Do I have a utility belt in play right now? I can't remember. No, I don't. So we're going to get rid of the stun bolt. Knife will get rid of... I'm not going to play that anytime soon. Unfortunately, we have to get rid of Reveal the Flaws, which really stinks. But we can increase damage. Nope. Not... the camera lags. The camera lags a lot. But the game shouldn't be lagging at all. I'm going to just make Knife be able to punch through everything in the world. And, oh, the Kraken. Look at that. Hey, it takes out the crooked cop for us. And the operative will... Oh, of course, right, because it has to... Yeah, well. Muscle. Rude. Okay. Okay. think the Kraken, or the hallway collapse just takes out a bunch of stuff, doesn't it? Oh, it brings the muscle down to 3, but... Okay, well, the contract is here. And the enforcers are back. Rude. Rude. Very rude. Man, that's... I mean, that's just obnoxious, is what that is. Okay, so now we're all down into the critical zone again with no line out of this, and we can't use powers because the leak, or we can't play cards because leaking rooms. Huzzah! And we're nowhere near even touching Chairman and Operative. Just because there's too much stuff in play. Hey, look, another utility built. Yay. Oh, boy. A hired gun can get killed. Or we can deal some damage to the contract. She can't do that. Oh yeah, fighting the chairman is just the best, Epic Vulcan. Best decision I ever made. Is it really? Oh, right, because yeah, of course. Can't do that. Kill him. Oh yeah, Wraith's already taken damage, so. Yep, so we'll do that too. We'll start killing the thug. Kraken, you want to help us out here, buddy? Thank you. Of course, you know, kill the thing, hit Expatriette because the operative gets angry. Oh, of course. Who has that? We all have 8 hit points. All right. I guess it'll be Parse this time. Turn the page, please. Yep, and then give Knife more power. Because that's a good idea. Oh, hey. Oh, what? Hey. No, rude. Fine. Get rid of the Pillars of Hercules. It's annoying me. Alright. Because we are angry. And we haven't done any damage to anything. Knife's gonna just get angry at the operative and start smacking her for everything possible. Yep, we know Parse has no cards in hand. That said, she can pretty much deal with the enforcers here, although the Kraken will dispatch them. So I guess they're gonna just do this. Alright, I guess I can play an assault rifle. Or I can get rid of the Kraken, which seems not as fun. We're going to go ahead and do this. Expatriate takes careful aim at the operative with both hand cannons, unleashing a flurry of bullets. Help us out here, buddy. Oh, are you kidding me? Fine. All these obnoxious phosphorescent chambers. RPG launcher significantly more useful than other thingy. Yep. Expatriette goes to 1. Okay. So, suit yourself, please. He can go bad real fast. As he seems to have here. Yeah. That is pretty much exactly how I would call it. Like, I mean, it's probably pretty obvious too that like it takes so much time to research the Tales from the Archive stories that I don't get a whole lot of time to practice playing them. In fact, by the time I'm done researching them, I kind of don't want to look at them again. Alright, we're going to go ahead and focus in Conduit Blade and just try and crash in. Like 6 damage is quite a bit. Unfortunately, the Kraken is now a problem. But I can RPG launcher it, so that's kind of nice, I guess. Alright, so get rid of the Kraken so it doesn't take out a hero. Although, here we go. I mean, okay, well, that's a bummer. That's a huge bummer. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I can fix that. Let's try this again. Let's do a better job this time. Because I don't have to destroy. I don't have to hit the chairman. Let's at least try and kill the operative. Like, that's the play here. Moral victory if we can bring down the operative. Actually, based on my plot, it kind of is. Because of the... Yes. Yeah, we're going to do that anyway. Because... Oh, Wraith's got the most hit points, so she's going to give it to her this time. Alright, come on. Oh, for crying out Christmas! Alright. Sorry, Expatriette. Wait a minute, that was dumb. Should have done it to K.N.Y.F E because... she doesn't have anything in play. Right. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Turn page, please. No. Okay. Yep. Grapple down something. I guess it's the Kraken. Everything takes 2 here. Yeah, actually, because if I can put the operative to 1, then the Kraken will kill her. I don't know if I can do this, but we're gonna try. And find 6 more damage, hopefully. And there's the micro-targeting computer. Where the heck was that? Hold on. What does her in-cap say? Aha! So I can definitely do that. I can do this. And then shoot an arrow. Come on. Help me bring down the operative, please. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Wraith uses power, please. Bring down... Oh, wait, now the Kraken's going to go after us, though. I guess it does either way. Well, it kills Parse. What does Chairman do? Yeah, he deals 2 damage every time. So he's got the same backlash field that Misinformation does, and we couldn't take her out, so yeah. You know what? Taking down the operative. Bye-bye, girl. Jerk. Oh my. Another tentacle breaks through and the Kraken attacks Wraith, who jumps out of the way as best she can, but still takes most of it into... Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, that just happened. And there goes the game. Sorry, folks. Well, we did get the operative, so yay. Parse looses one final arrow shot into the roof of the ruins of Atlantis as the hero team falls. It connects with a shock round from an accidental discharge on one of Expatriette's custom firearms. A jolt of electricity slams from the sky above, coursing through the chairman and immobilizing the operative long enough for the Wraith to toss a pair of automated power dampeners onto their wrists, as K.N.Y.F.E seizes them by the hair and drags them into the drone. As the last-ditch effort of good measure, she tosses them violently into a holding cell and activates the high-intensity laser wall lockup system. We lost? I guess so. I was so astounded by the Wraith's intensity that I guess I overestimated our teamwork capabilities. I had 0 time to plan my assault. You need a team behind you to take down some of these bigger marks. This time, we just got lucky and a few well-timed shots took down our marks, but next time, we need to be better. Wraith's mind is an incredible thing. It's like she can prepare herself for anything, be everywhere all at once, anticipate enemy positioning. Sure, a well-timed bullet can be the answer to quite a lot, but a hand-picked team can really offer a huge relief to what you're trying to accomplish. Setback is fine, but unpredictable at best. I wonder if there are other heroes around Rook City that might offer me the same sense of conclusion and cooperation that this group did. She moves to retrieve... a better sense of conclusion and cooperation than this group did. She moves to retrieve the PDA that keeps track of her missions and notices several missed messages from a user called Amika Bromine, reading Dead Repeat Dead, Slim Walker aka Mr. Fixer. As she continues to read, the obituary details how Mr. Fixer died at the hands of the operative in a fight in Rook City. No. It can't be. They were with us. How could they... Expatriette moves to the still unconscious forms of their captives. Wraith notices her haste and bends over the bodies, adjusting her infrared eyepiece. She moves the operative's neck aside, revealing a strange hole in her neck. I don't get it, shouts Expatriette, getting to her feet sharply. What is that? Expatriette touches Parse touches Expatriette lightly on the shoulder and wordlessly writes Amika Bromine on a screen nearby. At the touch of a button, the letters rearrange themselves, and Expatriette's narration simply concludes with the word no. As the final panel shows the phrase, I am Biomancer. So, we'll see about that revenge game cytosine. I may have picked a rather difficult backup story tonight, too. I don't know what I was thinking. But there isn't really... it's not so much of a backup story in this issue, but it leads directly into a one-shot called Reckless Rush, and what ultimately becomes the formation of the Dark Watch. So, in our final game tonight, with half an hour left, it is a team game, and we are going to see Biomancer. We're also going to see Proletariat. We're going to see Biomancer, who's, of course, difficulty 3. Proletariat, who's difficulty 2. Uh-oh. What just happened? Where's my mouse? Oh, there we go. And Sergeant Steele, who is also difficulty 3. Oh, good God. Well, and our heroes, Expatriette, Nightmist, and my good buddy over here. And the environment is Insula Primalis. So, yay. Let's see what happens. Huzzah. Oh, right. Cards. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking writing this story tonight. Good Lord. I have like zero motivation left, and this is absurd. All right, well, here we go. Episode 2? What was episode 2? Marvels, I can't even remember my own work. This is how just completely like I'm so tired and just out of it that I have no idea A, what I'm doing, and B, like, I don't have the words to narrate what I'm doing. I'm just like deftly shooting things with Expatriette and hoping that it goes well, even though I know it totally won't. When the clones were made. Oh, are you talking about Star Wars Episode 2? Sorry, Schmarshmores? Because I don't consider that to be a movie. I mean, I guess Master of Magic is an option. Ah, oh, gosh. I'm so tired I can't even read these cards. Yep. That's, you know, that's fine. Drawing cards. We like drawing cards. Hey, Mistform, that can keep us alive for, you know, long enough to do things. Maybe. Ow. A battle medic shows up. I don't even know what half these cards do. Alright. Looking up. Hey, I recognize that card. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Seeing as how I have no unlucky pool right now, I'll just get Mr. Facsimile out of here. This is not going to end well. I don't even know what's going on anymore. This is like that game against Wager Master that I played a few weeks ago that I was just like, I don't know what's going on anymore. Hold the line. What does that do? Reduce damage dealt 2 Sergeant Steel and agents by 1. It's going to go away anyway. So I guess I like hair trigger reflexes because there's a lot of stuff coming out here. And the ability to dispatch that seems quite strong. Infiltrationist would, no, of course, oh, because she's an agent. And the battle medic's an agent. Biomancer's not taking any damage until other things happen. Oh, hey, what? No, that I didn't want to do that. Fine. I just wanted to read his card. Yeah. That's... So what you're saying, Seamus Butler, is skip playing cards so we can end this early. Yes, I like that. No, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm just going to shoot Proletariats because they're clones. They're targety things. And they're ugly. And I don't like them. Red is making me angry. And he's damaging himself. Yeah. No, we want to shoot him. Stop cloning yourself. 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 Ow. Rude. Alright. So Mist Form might be a consideration here. Because each target, one of the revealed... Oh, okay. You know what? Yeah, play my best card. What are we, trying to irritate Jeremy tonight? So I guess the problem that I have, like, on these nights that I just do terribly is obviously, obviously, you know, I want to do well showing off this game because I love it, and B, you know, I'm representing Handelabra in some way, shape, or form, but also, like, it... You know, I want this show to stay around. Like, I love this show and producing it, and it allows me to scratch an itch that I haven't been able to scratch for a while in terms of production of video content. And, you know, if this show goes away, that would make me really sad. But at the same time, you know, sometimes just like I said at the top of every stream, sometimes heroes lose. Unfortunately, when I lose every game all day, it's incredibly discouraging. Deck to discard cards. Okay, well, that's disappointing. Oh dear. We made it a misform pretty quickly here. I have 3, I think. I'm just gonna try and build up to that Karmic Retribution, if at all plausible. We don't have any Proletariats banging around right now, so hammering him seems like a reasonable option. Let's do it. Of course, he's gonna take a bunch of damage too. He gets all cut up and bruised and battered. Let's do that. That seems fine. Let's see if we can keep him alive another turn and drop that Karmic Retribution. Because that'd be fun. That would be fun. Oh, dear, oh dear. Yeah, we want to shoot the pterodactyl as it soars overhead. Sure. Oh, wow. Okay. That was rude. Expatriette turns around and smacks... Or sorry, Nightmist turns around and smacks Expatriette in the face. Hey, what did you do that for? Are there any ongoings? No. Flak Jacket is an option. Sure. You know what? We're gonna hollow points up the assault rifle and start shooting things. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye, Battle Medic. You've been annoying me for too long. So if Nightmist doesn't... Oh, wait, whoa. Oh, he's going to clone himself, isn't he? Doc Tusser. Yeah, let's shoot him. Shoot Doc Tusser. Oh, good gosh. Alright, we're all at 3. We're all at 2. Or, we're all at the... Good gosh. We were all at the same hit points. Alright. So, let's see here. Yeah, that's true. And that's true. The draws have been really bad today. I'm gonna go ahead and Mistform and just see if we can put something together that's kind of cool. Because there are definitely cool things that can happen out of Mistform. Yeah, shoot him, please. Yeah. I can't believe she survived that. Alright, well, we have Karmic Retribution live, so why don't we drop it? And at least we'll whack Proletariat. Could whack Doc Tusser, but more fun to exit a major villain. That's fun. Oh, it takes Doc Tusser with him, doesn't it? Because his deck is no longer there. And we only have one now, so that's also quite nice. Espion Agent. Yeah, I mean, that's frustrating, but like, the Field Inventor is way, way worse. Alright, well, Setback identifies that Sergeant Steele is an target and sits on his face. Gross. So, I don't know if I actually mentioned it because I got a little distracted during my explanation of the backup story, but this is a story called Reckless Rush, because it illustrates Expatriette recklessly rushing after Biomancer, who is currently in possession of Mr. Fixer's body. So it's actually going exactly as I wrote it. And actually, all things considered, this story is actually going pretty much exactly as I wrote it. So, there's that. So, Mistform. Staying alive, staying alive. Well, I mean, I can draw cards. That's a thing. I don't know if this actually works, but we'll do it. Sorry, Proletariat. You're dead. No, we'll just keep it up. Healing needs to happen, and right now I don't know that that can happen. We'll see what happens. Well, I mean, we'll see what we draw. Like, obviously, everybody's going to end up getting healed, and it's going to be nightmare, but... Yeah, you can't hit Mist. You can't shoot Mist, guys. Doesn't work that way. Oh, okay. She can't do either of those things. So we'll just do this instead. Yep, you can't do that. That doesn't happen. Oh, so an Obsidian Field. Sure, why not? This is just going to result in like every card ever being played and Nightmist just doing nothing. Because as far as I know... Well, anyway. Nothing has one hit point. Wow, this is the most useless in-cap. Because, like, look, she can't do that. I mean, I guess... Let me see if there's some, like, big heal I can drop with Nightmist. Because, maybe, if I destroy it... Hold on. I need to read. So, Amulet of the Elder Gods, that's not helpful at this very moment. Well, maybe it is. Because I can just redirect... I can just bounce damage all over the place. Until... Reveal cards from the top of your deck until discarded. Yeah, that's not what I need to do. Not what I need to do. Not what I need to do. That's not helpful either. Also not helpful. Wait a minute. She can take that, but then the problem is I'd have to Mistfield Recovery immediately, and I can't. I can't do 2 plays. But Mists of Time would be great if I had another card play. Master of Magic's pretty rad. As I mean, gaining that Robin Sparkles number hit points back is just phenomenal. So I'm just going to keep drawing. And we'll see what happens after another turn. No. We need cards. I don't really care about what you're doing. Yeah, hold the lines back. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. The problem is, that's the problem. Is I think she just dies to Sergeant Steel. Yeah, she does. Man. Alright. If there's some way I could get her to play a card, it just doesn't happen because unless... Oh, wait a minute. Unless I can get the dinos to eat the... So I guess I could try and abuse the dinosaurs and try and get them to eat things. I don't know. This is... I feel like I'm just... I feel like I'm just waiting for nothing, you know? What's this? Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to destroy Mist Form. We're going to... Let's see, again, there's nothing in the bin, so it's not helpful. Alright, we're going to Amulet, and we're going to redirect things. Or is it redirect? Yeah, it is. Oh, shoot, wrong. Yeah, we're going to destroy that. Or we're going to just Amulet up and start... That was also a consideration, let me add him. Like, I was like, maybe I just, like, try and just build up a ton. Just go a billion turns that way. But that's one at a time, and it takes so long. So I'm just going to Amulet up here and see where we land. Yeah, the bird definitely does that too. So I may have to redirect the first damage off Sergeant Steel to the Pterodactyl and just see if we can get rid of that. Yep. 1, 2. And, okay, so the Obsidian Field is helpful here. I'll hold the lines in play. So we're just going to try and get rid of the Pterodactyl first because it's a bother. And then, okay, so here's that. So that's going to happen. And then we got another one. I'll just plink at Sergeant Steel here. Nope. Okay. So here's the big issue is he deals a bunch of different instances of damage. So we're going to try and get rid of a couple of cards that we're just not using a whole lot. Okay, Espion Agent. But the Flesh Tiles aren't immune to, Flesh Children are not immune to this. So neither is Biomancer for that matter. Okay. That's exactly what I was thinking. Side of scene is like. All right, we're just gonna do this. Yep, that's fine. Oh wait, what? Sharpshooter dealt the. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm too tired to figure it out. We lost, big time. So guys, I'm sorry about all the losses today. You know, bad draws and like I don't like to blame things on variance. Like I played badly, and but also like we had some hard missions, and you know, I guess it just shows. Yeah, filter cheats. I guess it just shows how difficult this game can be. But I appreciate you guys tuning in and sticking with me. I had a good time, regardless, and hopefully we'll be back next week with another guy's story as he attempts to do something in the kitchen with Thanksgiving at his newfangled eatery, bar, establishment place. So, yeah, if you guys liked what you saw, or at least enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share our channel, both on social media and in person. And, yeah, the takeaway is the cat's still in the tree. You can follow Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as Handelabra Games on Twitch. If you want to see more content from me, including the Adjacent Hex podcast and the occasional sketch comedy video, facebook.com/another letdown is the place to be for that. If you have story submissions for me to tackle or just want to say hi, hit me up on Twitter. My name is @DENONCZD. You can also use the newly created Google form, which is in the chat, to submit stories. The URL is there. I do sometimes do live streams of other games. Now that the wedding's over and that's all behind us, I have a little bit more. I'm hoping to have a little bit more free time, although I didn't this week. So we should be back to that very soon. That's twitch.tv/another letdown. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and as always, in good old-fashioned cardboard and ink. You can get the game and more information at sentinelsdigital.com. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight and watching this shenanigans. It actually does a really good job telling the story of the formation of the idea of Expatriette getting the idea that she needs to work with a team. And it takes place kind of right before the formation of the Dark Watch. So just some little cool stuff behind the scenes, that stories that have never really been told explicitly. And again, Earth 603 Sentinels. So guys, thanks for a good game tonight. Have a wonderful week. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you who celebrate it, and I will talk to you next week.